Hello, I'm Rachel from RK Ribbon Designs, and we're going to make a fun and easy heart pick for you. So what we're going to be using is an 18 gauge floral wire. I'm using this in white. You can get it in green, black, different colors, but I'm going to use white. And then I'm going to use a chunky yarn. This one I get from Becozi. It's an online yarn seller, and they usually only sell like the chunky yarn and some of your other like specialty yarns, not really the smaller ones. Are more known for hand knitting blankets and things. So, but they have a big variety of colors. So I really love their yarn. And this is just the chunky Chanel. It's usually about $8.99. And if you use the code Rachel, that's all capitals, RACHEL, you'll save 10% off of your order. So definitely check them out. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your yarn and your wire, and I'm going to go in about 1.5 inches on each end. So I'm not going to start at the end. I'm going to go in about 1.5 inches, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. And I'm going to take my yarn and I'm just going to go push it down, and I'm going to pinch it just so it gets onto that glue, and then I'm going to start twisting my wire, and as I twist it, I'm starting to feed the yarn down the wire. So we're just going to feed that down. And then I'm going to put some glue. I'm going to come down till I have about 2 inches left. Then I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. And then I'm going to twist it until all the glue is covered. And then I'm just going to pinch it till the yarn gets on all the glue. And you could tell by when you try to unroll it, it's kind of on there. Then you're just going to cut it. And we're going to set that aside. I'm going to make 2. You could just do one individual one if you want, depending on what project you're doing. I'm doing 2 on each pick. So again, I'm going down about 1 inch, put in a little glue, take my yarn. I always want about 1/4 inch over, because that's what I'm going to wrap around and pinch. And then we're just going to start twisting it. And the reason why you want to use an 18 gauge wire is because this yarn is thicker. So it's got more weight to it. So when you're trying to twist your wire with the yarn, if you use like a 20 gauge, this is going to be hard. It's going to keep bending the wire. So you want to have a sturdy wire, and the lower the number for your wire, the stronger it is. So again, we're going to come down to about 2 inches. And we're going to put some glue, and we're going to twist it and pinch it. So you could essentially do this same pick with like smaller yarn, and then you can use like a 20 gauge wire if you have that. But if you're using the chunky yarn, you want to make sure it's a heavy wire. All right, so we'll put that aside. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to take your like rod here now, and we're just going to fold it down just like a little loop, like a little bunny ear. Then I'm going to pop those out just a little bit, so that way when I put them together, they're right next to each other. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my floral tape. This is just some white floral tape I got from Amazon. And I'm going to tape both of these wires together. I'm just going to put it here, and make sure that when you're using your floral tape, you want to give it a little bit of a tug, because that's what will activate it and kind of make it start being a little sticky. But be careful, like Hobby Lobby's floral tape is terrible, so it's going to be super, super sticky. So you don't want that. So mine tore a little, and that's okay. You can just go back and add and start just wrapping all over again. So don't be scared to kind of give it a tug to get it to really activate. All right, so now you have them together. So now you can take your little piece. This is just an 18 gauge wire that's cut in half. And then I'm going to attach it to my loop here. Now you could do this all at the same time. I don't do these in 2 separate steps, but when I'm trying to show you, if you're just learning, it might be easier for you to do it in 2 separate steps. The next one I'll show you how I do it just as one step. All right, so I'm just going to set that aside. I'm not even going to make it a heart just yet. I'm just going to set it aside here for just a second. There we go. Find another one. All right, so the next one, again, we're just going to take it, bend it down, pop this out, put them together. And now if you want to do them all at the same time, now I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to put it right with my other 2. And I'm going to take my floral tape. And now I'm just going to tape them all together. So if you can hold all 3, and if you're good at this, this is going to be your fastest option here. But you can always just do it 2 separate steps, and that's okay. So I'm just going to do it till it's all covered where it first started, so I don't need all that extra. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to just take your little loop here, like your little bunny ear, and I'm going to just pull it apart. So now it's kind of like a diamond. And now I'm going to take this top part and I'm just going to bend it down until it makes my heart. Super, super simple. Then we're going to do the second one. And you can always kind of adjust it how you want. So if you want it to kind of be a little lopsided of a little heart, you can kind of go out like a little bit more one side and then come in. And so then you have like this side is a little up higher than this side. Or you can just make them, you know, a little chunkier. You can make them a little skinnier. So it's just all in how you form your heart. That's up to you at this point, but you can kind of change them. But that's the basic way of how you make your heart pick. So now to put them together, like you could just leave them like this, but I'm going to put mine together. So I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to bring it down so it's about 2 inches from this one. And I'm going to take my floral tape here. And I'm not going to tape it all the way here because I want this one to be able to pop out. So I'm going to come down about 2 inches from this one here, and then I'll start attaching the 2 together. So I'm going to take my floral tape here. Then you're going to wrap the 2 stems together, and you want to make sure that you wrap it till both of your pieces are covered. That. And now, like when I go to use it, I can just separate it out and then you have like a heart pick. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that and you can make some fun heart picks for Valentine's. All right, bye.